So I see all of you here because you want to find out what the future of cloud is about. Good news, that's what we're going to talk about today. There are three keywords when we talk about the future of cloud that we need to consider. The first one is being quantum safe. So if they can still, if you can just still check the screen because it's not coming up, it seems. So the first one is quantum safe. Quantum computing, a technology which is evolving and will be there certainly in a couple of years, will be a danger to some degree for encrypted data that is there today. So we need to be conscious that what we do with cloud computing today has also, with quantum computing, some impact in the future. So quantum computing, quantum safe is the first element to consider. A second element to consider is AI enabled. McKinsey did a study recently, and it shows that 72% of the companies have today already AI enabled applications developed in testing mode or in production mode. And so we need to make sure that whatever we do into cloud and the future of clouds is AI enabled and allows the support of these AI applications. And the third one is about sovereignty. So sovereignty, what do we mean with that? Well, there was a time when somebody told me the new gold is data. Data is the new gold. That's where the real value is. I don't know where you store your gold, but typically they told me you store it in a vault somewhere. Now with data it's a bit more difficult because you want to use that data, you want to capitalize on that data, but you still want to make sure it is secure and it does not get lost somehow. That's also why all these regulations are there, DORA, NIS2 and others. So also when you think about the future of cloud, you need to think about how do I protect the data, how do I make it sovereign. So these are three elements to think about when you think about the future of cloud. And today I'm joined by two gentlemen. We have Gregory Gruber. Gregory Gruber is a Deputy Director of Cloud and Security Service of Proximus Next in Luxembourg. And we also have with us Pascal Rogiest, General Manager of Clarence. Some of you may know Clarence. Clarence is a company which is a joint company from Proximus and LuxConnect. LuxConnect is a public company in Luxembourg operating data centers and infrastructure. And so this joint venture, as you will see later today, brings a real state-of-the-art future cloud solution. Well, future, it is there already today. So Pascal will talk about that. But before we look at that future cloud solution, let's maybe first think about how do you define that future of cloud? Because for every company it's different. There's not one future. For every company it's going to be a bit different. And that's where Gregory will help us a little to think about what is the future of my company's cloud? What should it look like? And what should I think about? So with that, Gregory, I hand over to you.
Thanks. Thank you, Joris. Good afternoon, everyone. Today I would like to address a specific topic, which is the cloud journey, and see together how this cloud journey is changing with many factors. The key factors since now a couple of months is based on three parts. The first one is emerging of new technology like AI. AI are changing the transformation of the cloud. The second aspect is the regulation with NIS2, DORA, Data Act, AI Act that impact the governance of cloud. And the third one that we will see together is related to all aspects on sovereignty and data classification. The cloud journey, since years, not much more changed, but we address, of course, in the first step, the strategy to define correctly what is the achievement expected by the company in terms of cloud transformation, then assess with the IT landscape, and this IT landscape we build a strong roadmap for the transition. Transition is running to moving to the cloud step by step, going to operation. And on operation, of course, we think about continuous improvement for always fit cloud environment that fit with the business needs of the company. Today I would like to focus on 3 of these pillars. The first, of course, is related to the strategy, or with the strategy we will address the key factors that I mentioned before. Same on the enablement that prepare all the technical and organizational requirements for going to the transition and operation, how today we can improve the operation around the cloud. First of all, we speak about resilient cloud. Resilient cloud is one of the most important things in the strategy that we define, the cloud strategy. Resilient cloud enable flexibility. Flexibility gives you the capability to move away from one cloud provider without having business impact on this. So it's strange. We start by strategy and we think already about exit. Yes, it's a requirement to think about exit. This is by design, we need by design do that with 3 pillars. The first one is the portability. Portability enables you to move data and workload from one provider to another one without doing application refactoring, without doing major migration on your system. The second thing is interoperability. Today we are speaking about application that is polyglot application that running numbers of containers around specific services from one cloud to another one. How to get this interoperability between the 3 cloud providers in US or even with your on-prem or private cloud. To do that, we have the abstraction layer. With the abstraction layer, we work on centralization of management and control of all your multi-cloud environment. It could be on-prem, it could be on private cloud, it could be on public cloud, sovereign cloud. We have also the container. The container decouple the system from the specific cloud provider requirements. This is really important to enable this move. Observability to get all the information related to the system and to concentrate all the logs, all the performance about that. The second aspect is really about multi-cloud. It's not a question which cloud I need to choose between the 3 hyperscalers. You need to choose probably the 3. The idea by the multi-cloud is to reduce the risk of vendor lock on any systems. This is really important. And of course, you will be, by default, by design, adopt the portability and interoperability. The second aspect is the sovereignty. You need to align the data classification with the platform that will host this data. Public information running on public cloud, it's okay. Sensitive information, you activate sovereign control. Sovereign controls like confidential computing. It means that you encrypt all your data in memory to avoid that the cloud provider can get your data. And for the highest sensible information or most classified information, you need to have private cloud. Private cloud with Proximus, with Cloud Fusion, that enable you to have a private cloud, a disconnected cloud, with a number set of features, and Clarence for AI advanced cloud native services. And then Pascal will explain you in details about that. Another aspect which is really important, it's about the strategy. Today, AI have numbers of requirements on the platform, on the architectures, on the cloud architectures. In Proximus, we have developed a specific framework to address this requirement with the IT and cloud services. And this is the 6th pillar that we address. Modernization on infrastructures, centralization of data, making this data available in real time, making that the tools, the new tools, we speak about Jupyter Labs, we speak about developing models or fine-tuning models. You need specific tools to do that. We provide you with this, the capability to adapt your environment to address. Of course, governance, most of the important things, the governance, addressing the policy, addressing all the specific compliance that you need to have, like also Data Act or AI Act. You need talent, of course, how to upskill the talent to get more AI-centric roles, and of course, most important for these things is the financial management of FinOps. This is part of the strategy, the cloud strategy, to align also all these requirements into the cloud strategy. Then, enablement, meaning that, of course, today we are speaking about infrastructures. We have numbers of VMs, numbers of containers, numbers of databases, firewalls to be configured. Each time that a new application is going to run, we need to adapt this. And it's specifically done by technology. On the other hand, on the application layer, we have new services, API gateway, APG is running. The customers need to have GraphDB, to have KnowledgeDB, function services, AI pipelines. We are speaking about AI inferencing, how to deploy Gen AI inferencing on the different environments. Each time is specific environment. This is the complexity. The good thing is that there is two solutions around that. The first one is the single pane of glass on the infrastructures and platform layers, meaning platform engineering. Address all the scope that you have below with a single pane of glass with platform engineering, and I will develop that. The second aspect is the data and AI platform. Today you need to deploy inference, generative AI inference or any other AI on different environments. Solution exists. You can be selective on specific cloud provider services, or you can find a service that is delivered around the cross hyperscaler. I mean, like for GraphDB, Neo4j is running on Azure, is running on Google. You can run this kind and have this abstraction layer on this. With NVIDIA Enterprise, you can deploy across multi-cloud, even on local, on-premises, any inferences, and run in production inferences. Regarding now the operation, I speak about platform engineering. What is platform engineering? Platform engineering is to say, okay, now I stop to use ClickOps. You know ClickOps. Next, finish. This is ClickOps. Avoid this. Use the code. You can connect front of your infrastructures. You can connect a GitLab and start using Terraform. With Terraform, you create script, you create coding, and you start the provisioning and operation about that. This is infrastructure as code. This is really the new way of managing in production your cloud. It means that you need to have engineers that have developers capability. Yes and no. If you use appropriate tools like GitLab Copilot, it's low-code environment that you can create this script that any system engineers can start to script and automate activities. You need to optimize your consumption on the cloud. Use Copilot for Azure or use Gemini for Google Cloud. The system, you prompt, the system gives you some optimization way on your resources. It could be on performance, it could be on cost. And last things, it's also about the optimization of application and cloud deployment. You speed up the things. You prepare the script, you prepare the parameters for a principle, click on send, and the GitLab send all the command in a declarative mode to deploy all resources on your environment. In conclusion, we have now the main aspect is to have the multi-cloud approach, to address the multi-cloud approach with on-prem, with private cloud, with public cloud. The second aspect, infrastructure as code. Create Terraforms, create script to automatize the process of provisioning and in operation. And of course, think about exit strategy. Each time that you add a new services coming from a cloud provider, think how you can translate easily from this cloud provider to another one. This is the best way to avoid stickiness, to avoid vendor locking with the cloud provider. I'll let Pascal now to present Clarence in a specific sovereignty model with all the features that we have, let's say. Thank you.
Thank you, Gregory. So as you understood from Gregory, I mean, the multi-cloud approach is very important in the whole journey of your enterprise. What I would like to focus on here today is the fully disconnected solution that now we have put in place within Proximus Next, which is meant to protect your very sensitive data, where no compromise is available, is allowed for protecting the data. So why are we talking about sovereign cloud? There are two stringent requirements that come together, and this is what has been achieved in Clarence, which is a joint venture between Proximus Next and the government of Luxembourg. So as Anne-Sophie mentioned earlier in the plenary session, sovereignty is a key concern for everyone because of geopolitical context, because you have IP to protect, because you are heavily regulated, sometimes for several of those reasons. And there, sovereignty is a key aspect to meet. But very often, even if you reach sovereignty, this is not enough, or at least it was not enough for us. What we wanted to develop is a fully AI-enabled sovereign cloud, which is in that context fully disconnected so that you have the control on your data and on your sovereign data. So that was really the rationale of creating Clarence between Proximus and the government of Luxembourg. So how did we manage to combine sovereignty, full sovereignty, and AI enablement? First of all, on the sovereignty aspects. So what we have created in Luxembourg and what we offer to our customers now, because the platform is operational for a few weeks now, we provide cloud infrastructure which is physically segregated and dedicated to the customer. So there is no sharing of infrastructure. If you're a customer of Clarence, you have your own server, and you control your own server, you control your own infrastructure. That infrastructure is not put in a basic data center, it's put in a tier 4 data center, which is operated by the government of Luxembourg itself, in that case by LuxConnect, which also provides a fully resilience even from an infrastructure, operational, and even geopolitical standpoint. But what is very important and the key aspect and the key differentiator in Clarence is that the cloud is your cloud. You are, as a customer, in full control of your data, because not only you control your own infrastructure, you control your data, but you also control your control plane. The control plane of your cloud is in your hands. And furthermore, that cloud is fully disconnected from the internet. So you are freed from any intervention from the Cloud Act, for example, from the US government. You are relaxed from heavily cyber threats that are around, because the only connection to that cloud, which is your cloud now, is a connection between your headquarters and this cloud extension. So full sovereignty was there, and we wanted to tick all the boxes of sovereignty. But again, it was not enough for us. We wanted to give you, the customer, a full toolbox of enjoying and exploiting AI capabilities that today cannot be avoided. And so what we concluded is a partnership, a technological partnership, I want to insist on that, with Google Cloud, whereby we benefit from the Google Cloud technology within the isolated sovereign cloud that we have created in Luxembourg and within your dedicated infrastructure. So there is, and it's also important from operational reasons and obvious operational reasons, there is no operational involvement in Google in the structure here, not from an operational standpoint, not from a control plane operation standpoint. We only benefit, if I can say so, from the Google Cloud technology, which is embedded and injected there. But on the other hand, you also benefit from a massive engineering power of Google, which I think nobody would contest. So that's very important compared to other cloud solutions, is to understand that with Clarence, you are not subscribing to a cloud. You are extending your cloud to a sovereign and fully sovereign infrastructure because you are in full control of your infrastructure. The control plane is in your hands. You have to manage it, but this is the compromise and the price to pay for full sovereignty. Once you are in control, you benefit from the Google Cloud technology, as I mentioned. So on the one hand, you benefit from the Google AI models, which have been developed there, which are at your disposal for exploitation and run, and your whole development. But you also benefit from a lot of stack, an AI stack, which is on the one hand inherited from Google itself, but also from third parties, which are well known in terms of AI capabilities, Vertex AI, for example, and Gen AI capabilities. So all those toolbox, that toolbox is embedded into your solution and your cloud. It's not a pick and choose thing. It's not like in the public cloud, you pick and choose one by one the tools that you would like to enjoy. You get and you will enjoy the full stack of Google Cloud here in your isolated environment. Why is it so? Because by design, Clarence itself has zero visibility on your data. We allocate servers to you, we allocate an environment to you, physical servers, you control it, you are fully disconnected, and so by design there is no point that we can see what you do with that. So we put the toolbox at your disposal and you enjoy it. You enjoy it at 5% or 100%, we don't see the difference. In order to achieve the challenges of AI, we went a bit even further to that. In Luxembourg and same in Belgium, we have a high power computer, which is a national asset. What we have done now at the level of Clarence is connecting Clarence with the high power computer of Luxembourg. Not for managing sensitive data, of course, because then you will break the sovereignty, but for boosting the training capability of your AI model and the AI model that you would develop on your sovereign cloud. So we have now linked both, which means that not only you benefit from a sovereign solution, not only you benefit from a complete AI toolbox, which is at the edge of the technology and capabilities, but you also boost your AI learning capability by training your AI models on the national HPC of Luxembourg. And as you know, there is also one in Belgium that could be exploited very much in the same way. Another thing that we wanted to do, because this is an international asset, Proximus Next is a Benelux initiative and company, so the market and the market reach for us is Benelux as a priority. So serving Luxembourg with such an asset was nice, but it was not enough. So we wanted to exploit and to extend the sovereignty aspect also to the connectivity, to allow people from Belgium and from the Netherlands to connect to Clarence in Luxembourg, but without creating weak points. And as Joris mentioned in his introduction, the way we achieve that is by combining the different capabilities of Proximus Next and adding yet a third pillar of the plenary session mentioned by Anne-Sophie. This is the quantum safe reality and quantum safe concrete solution. So effectively and operationally, what we have done now for Belgium customers looking at enjoying Luxembourg, Proximus Next has put in place operational quantum safe connectivities between Belgium and the assets of Clarence in Luxembourg. You may say it's just a connectivity. No, it's not a connectivity, just a lambda. It's a quantum safe connectivity, and I'd like to say that by doing that, you extend the sovereignty aspect, not only of your cloud, to the connectivity aspect, so that there is no weak point and the connectivity and the sovereignty starts at your place enjoying the assets which are created on Clarence. So on that, I would like to pass the final words to Joris.
Thank you, Pascal. So in conclusion, your cloud future is now. Start thinking about how do I build my cloud environments today for the future, not just what I need today, but also what it needs to be to do the future. And Pascal has been very modest in this, I find, in what he showed on Clarence, because it's a platform which is really innovative. Within Europe, the platform that he's shown is unique. There's no other company today that have similar capabilities already active today and ready to be used. So I would say that could be one of the options. Now as Proximus, we look at your cloud future, which means we need to look at your applications. Which applications do you have? Which data do you have? Which data needs to be very confidential and which less? And probably your solution is a combination of, for example, what Pascal has shown here with the Google Cloud, but also with other solutions like a data center in your location, or a private cloud data center that we operate, or maybe some other solutions, and that's where we can help you as Proximus. So if you have any questions, we can answer them now, but also feel free to pass by our booths, which are on that end of the hallway. We're happy to have a chat with you and maybe to talk a little bit about how you see the future of cloud.
Proximus next. Think possible.